Everyone, back with the sales from Monday. 5 sales here, 2 other things sold that haven't been paid for, but maybe it'll come through, and then 1 thing sold that was paid for that I'll show you guys later. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Master Guide, that's sold for 48 shipped, full price. Mega Blocks Thomas and Friends, looks like it's all really been unused, but my son's here. I sold it used. That sold for 30 shipped. This is Star of Siam, I don't know. It's like a flatware set. I think I paid 5 or 10 for that. It sold for 55 on a best offer. Pretty happy with that. Another Woodland long sleeve shirt that sold for 22 shipped. That's the last one I have. And then lastly, PS2 Delta Force Black Hawk Down sold for 8 shipped. And I'll show you guys what the one thing that sold and maybe anything else if it gets paid for before the end of the night. Hey everyone, back with the final sales from Monday. A Logitech ThinkPad. This is the T650 touchpad, not a ThinkPad, touchpad, sorry. The little chip there in the corner, maybe you can see it. It's missing the dongle. It does power up when you plug it into with a USB. I sold it for parts though, and I got a best offer at 25 ships, so I have to get rid of that. It came out of the big $80 lot, so we're already making good money on that. And then here's a little Nemo Dream Master that sold for like 12 shipped on the Nintendo. So that's it. Everyone, hope you're doing well. Back with the sales from Tuesday. Had a really awesome day, and I still have a couple sales that might be shown in a clip later that'll apply today. I'm just waiting for a message back from that person on eBay. But we have a bunch of good stuff here. Quite the good variety too. And one thing that's interesting is there's no video games. So usually I almost always have some video game going out, but today, such a good day, still really good numbers. I know video games is always cool because that's kind of where I was making most of my money at the end of last year through a contact that I had. They went away for a while, but now they're supposed to be coming back with more video game stuff, so it will be cool to add it in, but it's also cool to see that all the other stuff is still selling and making us money. So we'll jump right in. This is the GE wall clock, vintage one. It's not the biggest one. There's ones that are not a lot, but a little bit bigger than this. Maybe, I don't know, I think this is like a 9-inch or 8-inch or something. You'll see on the screen. Paid $3 for this at a garage sale. The cord is really beat up, dirty, but it does work still. I got a best offer of $50. Someone from Alabama bought it, so I only paid $3. I just want to get rid of it. Happy to get it out of here. So we'll pack that up. This is a returning item. You guys have seen this before. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc. Sold this one for $130 to someone in Florida, which is pretty far from California. I do free shipping, so shipped it out. They said this part was too warped for them. I put in the description, I had photos of everything, but wasn't going to meet their needs, and they had to return it. So they returned it to me. Obviously, I lost out on that. But I relisted it for $130 again. Even described this little part more here because I believe this is what they're talking about. And I listed it again for $130, and it's sold. So we'll pack it up again. Hopefully no issues. Otherwise, it's one of those cursed items. Here's a Moen little faucet set here. I bought 3 different faucet sets for $5 each. They're all appear to be new open box. I sold the last one for I think $120, $130, somewhere in there. Maybe a little bit less that was on sale, but I had 2 of the same ones. This one and another one. The first one sold already. I paid $5 again for each one. This one sold at $110 full price, I think. It's taken a while. I probably had them for about a year, but one sold probably 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and then this one sold again. So the money was really good, just took a while. I bought one other faucet with it for $5. It's a lower end brand, but maybe it'll sell eventually. But at this point, we've already made plenty of money on the 15 invested. So the new, open box or new sealed faucets and different kinds of fittings and stuff like that, they can do pretty well. Clothing items, Harry Potter, Halo. I'm looking at Harry Potter thing over here, video game, but here's a Halo t-shirt. This is Halo 4, size small or medium, I think. Halo 4 is not the best t-shirt to buy. The one you really want is Halo CE. That's the first Halo, Combat Evolved. Or you want like Halo 2 or 3. Those ones will still sell pretty well. Halo 4 sells the least. It sold for $15 on the best offer, so paid $2. It's still worth it. We make the money, but it took forever to sell. It's not the other one, the Halo CE one. They usually sell for $25 to $35, and usually I sell them within a week or two. So here's a Blink 182, and I think it's My Chemical Romance tour shirt, 2011. Paid a couple bucks, sold that for a best offer of 20. Always like picking up the band tour shirts, even the newer ones. If they're cheap enough, I'll put them, and if I can get 10 or 15, we can make money. But someone offered 20, so that was a great deal. Paradise Found. This is the Magnum PI style one. Paid $6 for this. I think it was in a haul video, but it sold for 45, full price sale today, so happy to get rid of that. This is a Mercedes-Benz CL, what is it? I think it's a 2002. That's not what we need. It's an owner's manual. It's got everything. It's got like the warranty info. CLK. I think it's a 2002. You should see on the screen. I paid $5 for this on OfferUp. It was one of those items that popped up, and I was like, it could be some money there. So I drove and got it. $5. Took forever to sell, but it sold for $30 shipped. Car manuals, the operators and owner manuals do well. Usually you want something a little bit more newer or something super collectible. So if you have like a 1979, and it's like people are restoring that car and that manual might be valuable, you can get even more money. Usually they're anywhere from 10 to 20, $25, but got $30, happy with that. Here's a Titleist Twin Enterprises with the Titleist logo on the front and Oregon State Beavers, I believe it is. Oregon State. Yeah, so this was like $2 out of the estate sale. Listed it for 35 or best offer because it was brand new, and it sold for full price, 35. I've had it for probably 5 months, 6 months, but did end up selling. Here's one of the first piece of the Michael Jackson stuff to sell. This is the 2 cassette set, book 1. These are 2 cassettes. They are sealed. Paid 25 for all the Michael Jackson stuff. This sold for 40 on a best offer. That's just 1 piece. And I love DVD sets, as you guys probably know. This is Angel seasons 1 through 5. 1 through 5, not in the right order, so we need to fix that. But I paid 10 for this, and then I also bought a Buffy the Vampire Slayer set for 20. And this on its own sold for, I think, 42 ships. So pretty good there. Bundled those. I love DVD sets. People overlook them because they think they're not worth anything. But if you can get a complete set and you can get it for, a decent price, look them up because some of them do still do well. That's it for now. Like I said, there might be more later. If not, we'll see what Wednesday brings. Everyone, back with the sales from Wednesday, May 22nd. Pretty good day. Still have one item that sold for $100. We're waiting on a payment. It just went through like a little bit ago. It was a best offer, so hopefully that'll get paid for here pretty soon. I can show you it. I mentioned 2 sales yesterday that were supposed to go through. They did go through, but I just ended up including them here because there were some questions and everything, and I'm packing them up now. It's the 2 Michael Jackson Dangerous Collector's Edition vinyls there. They sold for $55 each. One person wanted them both. Horrible glare. There you go. Michael Jackson Dangerous, and it says Collector's Edition first printing. So there were 2 of them. They sold for $55 each, $110 to the same buyer. I guess she's a collector or something. So I paid $25 for all the Michael Jackson stuff. Sold those for $110. Sold another thing last night for $40, so that's already $150, and I still have a couple pieces left. So I think $200 probably reasonable, maybe a little bit more on that. Here's a Bobcat parts manual. This came out of the big machinery, the kind of construction and excavator type stuff, loaders and all that kind of manuals that I bought. Paid $100. This is my 3rd one. I think I sold for $35. I think they all sold for $35 the first 4. So we're probably at the point now where we're basically breaking even, and I have a bunch of other manuals left, so we'll do okay on that. Lucky Brand jeans are size 36, 34. 34, 36, one of those 2. You'll see on the screen. They sold for $30 on a best offer. Pretty good shape. A little bit of wear down there on the leg cuff, but overall, Lucky Brand's men's jeans still sell for me a little bit slower, but they do still move. If I can get them for a couple bucks, maybe 5 at the tops, then I'll pick them up. 2 Sony M470 micro cassettes. So there's one there with a couple of tapes, and one here with a couple of tapes. Sold both those to the same buyer for $44.99. So like, what is it, $89.98 or something like that. Those came in a big storage unit buy that I had, so happy to get rid of those. Epson ink. This is the gloss optimizer that sold for like 12 shipped, so happy to get rid of that. And then this sale, a Toshiba DKVR60. I think it's KU is the model on the actual back, but that's what you see on the front. It's a DVD VCR recorder. Paid $15 for one of these, and a Sony DVD VCR combo that's also a recorder. This was the better one, but no remote. It sold for $110 in like half a day. So free shipping. So it'll probably cost me 20 something to ship it, I'm guessing. Maybe a little less depending on where it's going, but overall, tested it out. It works great. Went online, kind of used all the functions I could. The remotes were like $30, I think, for it. So I wasn't going to pay one of those because I think I would have only gotten maybe $150, and that would have only put an extra $10. And there wasn't a guarantee it was going to sell for that. Someone got $150 once, and not everybody was getting that. So didn't feel like it was worth it, but I sold it for the $110. Happy with that. We'll get this packed up, bubble wrapped, all nicely in a box, and I still have the Sony one I think listed for like 70 or 80, so pretty good there. And hopefully I'll have more to show you guys. Hey everyone, back with the final sale from Wednesday. These Finn Comfort made in Germany like sandals. Got these while in Florida, I think for like 10 or 11 bucks, but the comp's really good from what I could tell. They have some wear here where the stickers were, and I couldn't really get it out all the way, but I still sold them like that as is in this condition for 50 shipped, so pretty happy with that. So they got a lot of support still, even though they have been used. They feel pretty sturdy. I don't see anything like given or whatever, and the bottoms are pretty good too. So 50 shipped on them. Hello everyone, back with the sales for Thursday. 6 sales to show you guys. We have a double happiness table tennis bat, or little guy here. Paid $2 at a garage sale. That sold for 45 shipped. So pretty crazy, but that's pretty awesome right there for 45 bucks. Here's one of those shop manuals. I've been selling the cheaper ones, but this was the most expensive one. It's a Komatsu WB142 and WB152 backhoe loader. It's got the operation manual and the parts book in there. You can see it's beat up on the outside, but that sold for 200 shipped. That's one of those construction type manuals. They do really well, so happy with that. Here's a Kansas City Chiefs Taz hat. Got some wear to the inside, but it's still actually sold for 24 bucks shipped, so that's pretty cool. Freestyle Metal X sold for 8 shipped on the PS2. This Dungeons and Dragons dungeon module, Dwellers of the Forbidden City, sold for 18 shipped. And lastly, this is one of those princess phones by Western Electric. They're called princess phones. I think it says it on the bottom too. Yeah, right there, princess. It does work. I tested it out, and it works fine, but it is kind of beat up. It's still sold for 45 shipped, so pretty good day. I have one other sale that was from yesterday. Still haven't paid for 100, and a couple offers out, so we'll see if we end up with a couple other things. If not, you'll see what sold this week. Hey everyone, back with the sales from the weekend. This is May 24th through the 26th, my birthday weekend. Not so good for sales. Actually, as of Sunday at like 6 o'clock or so, 6:30, we had 8 or 9 sales for the whole weekend, which for us is kind of low. And I told my wife, I'm like, man, we need, some blessings here to get to move up. And then she's like, yeah, for sure. And sure enough, I had 2 sales right away. And then I sent some offers out to watchers, trying to see if I could, convert something into some sales. And it worked on 2 of them. It's actually, I think, 1 or 2 more things you haven't seen that will show up in the next clip that sold this weekend. So we'll jump right in. Final Fantasy, what is that, number 7? I believe. Yes. That sold for $7, disc only, nothing crazy. An LA County Fair patch. This came in a lot of patches I bought, and so I probably had 50 cents in it, maybe a quarter. Sold for 10 shipped, a little Smokey the Bear. Ferrari Challenge sold for 7 shipped. They had sold it for 5, GameStop or whatever, so upsold them a little bit a while back. No, I'm just kidding. Transformers, like 12 bucks for 3DS. That was just in a big lot of games. Didn't even think it'd be worth anything, but it was. Battlefront sold for 14 or something like that. This used to be like a $25 game, but it's kind of gone down in value, but it's still pretty cool. Red Steel 2 sold for 9, paid $1 for that at a garage sale. I thought it was worth more, but it really wasn't. This Balanced Recipe book, this is one of those things that sold when I was worried about my sales, and then sure enough, it came through. It's a Pillsbury. Got this metal tin, and it's got recipes in there. That sold for 25 shipped. It came out of an $80 lot that I bought from an estate sale. This is probably the best sale, this Video Walkman. It's a recorder and a monitor. It does work. I sold it for parts though. You put your tape in there and then you can play it on the screen. so it'll like show you what's on your tape. Honestly, I thought about keeping it. In case, you know, my family had any old tapes or whatever we could put in there, but someone offered $135 on it and took it and got rid of it. So it does work, but it needs to be plugged in at all times. The battery doesn't hold a charge. It also has this little like antenna thing on here, this tuner. That doesn't work either, so that's why I sold it for parts. But they're pretty hard to find if you can find it. It's a Sony Video Walkman. So I got for those. This is one of those ones where I sent an offer out to watchers, $45. It's see here, is it called the Stingray or something? I think that's what it's called. You'll see on the screen hopefully. But I paid $10 I think for it at a garage sale, 5 or 10, and it sold for 45 shipped. So happy about that. One of my favorite clothing pickups. This is an Under Armour. It's like real patriotic. It's like an eagle, I think it is, and he's all like buff and stuff, looking cool. You know, if you're like really into supporting America, like you'd probably want to wear this on like July 4th or something. I paid $4 for it at a thrift store near me, and then it finally sold for 25 shipped. I had an offer for 25 shipped like the first day I listed it. I had it listed at 35. I counted with 30 because I thought it would sell, and I never had a good offer since then. So when someone offered 25, I just took it. So happy to go to that. And this is a 3-hole punch, an EXP. I forgot what the model number is, but it's a 3-hole punch. This one can do like, it says 150 pages. I mean, it's like super, you know, more high grade or whatever. So yeah, this came out of the same $80 lot where the recipes came out of, and this sold for 65 on the best offer. Some people, I did test it at work. Some people have these listed for 120 or best offer, and none had sold. None had sold at all. So I listed mine at 100 or best offer, and someone came through at 65, and they said I'm getting rid of it. I don't think the market's huge on this, and honestly, those people haven't sold it at that price. So, and they probably have gotten offers. So I figured I got to go a little lower. Sometimes you don't want to be too greedy. You know, you just want to take the buyer and go, because you never know when they're gonna show up, especially on something a little more unique. So again, not the greatest set of sales, but I'm always thankful and optimistic about the future. And at the end of the day, we did get a couple to kind of boost up the numbers. And like I said, there's at least one or two. I think there's one more, maybe two. One didn't pay. That's what it is. There's a $50 sale for some Nintendos, and then I had a $200 sale, something I listed last night, but he didn't pay yet. So hopefully he pays, and you guys will see that on the Monday video. So thank you guys. Hope you have a great day, and take care. Hey everyone, final sales from the weekend. 2 Nintendos, both do not work. They have lots of Ware stickers on them, all kinds of stuff. These ones sold for parts for 50 shipped for the pair of them. So getting rid of those, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this week, and hopefully next week brings some more stuff.